CWJG Crafts on how to make water bottle labels. This is a Toy Story theme, and I will be creating this on my MacBook. Don't forget to follow us on our social media and hit our subscribe button. Here's our finished product. I have a happy birthday Toy Story theme. I'm going to go ahead and get our pages pulled up. Since I have it pulled up, I'm just going to go to File, New. I'm going to select a blank document, create that. Now I have my document up. I'm going to go ahead and select media, choose, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my images. I went ahead and got these already all pulled up. They're PNG files. There's some JPG files on there as well. I'm going to go ahead and use my background. I'm going to use this cloud theme. I'm going to go to Arrange on the right. And I'm going to go ahead and unclick here quick. That rhymed. And I'm going to go ahead and crop this. I do not want to stretch this out or else it looks very funny. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change the size on this. The width needs to be 8.25. And then this is going to be for the height 2 inches. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and I'm going to duplicate it. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back over and change the size again. 8.25 in width, 2 inches in height. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Duplicate this over here. 8.25, 2 inches. All right, so now that we have these all on there, we're going to go ahead and go up to media again. We're going to go to choose. And I'm going to go ahead and select some PNG files. Now, PNG just means that it is transparent. So as you can see, it just has the wording on here, that design. I'm going to go ahead and get this centered because this will be the center of the water bottle labels on there. I'm going to go ahead and just paste, copy and paste. So get those aligned the way I want. I'm going to go back up to media. I'm going to go choose. And I'm going to select another PNG file. Actually, this was not a PNG file, but this one has no background. So I can go ahead and just get this adjusted on there. This is a nutritional fact, but it's a birthday theme. Same thing, copy and paste on here. We're going to get those aligned as much as I can. And some of these PNG files that I have, I did create myself. I will have another tutorial on how I created those on my Mac. I did not use a special program or software. It's just something that Mac has in preview, and I can show you guys that in another video. I'm going to go back up to media, choose, select this one of these PNG files here. Again, PNG just means that the file is transparent. There's no background to it. I'm going to adjust this the way I want on there. You can do the same size, just copy and duplicate. And I was going to use this image, and then I realized that this is the one I was doing a PNG on and did not create correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and select another one. And so some of these PNG files can actually be found online. You can definitely make these on your own, but some are online. Sometimes there's images that you want as a PNG and some people buy them or use a special software. I do not. Like I mentioned before, I do make my own PNG files, very simple. There is no actual software I need. I have a Mac, and so I do just create my PNG files with a preview that you have on the Mac. So I'm just going to continue to copy and paste. Change the sizing here a little. And you can just move these. You can make these all different. You can make them all the same. I'm just trying to make them all very similar. And like I said, I'm only making 3 of these labels, but you can continue on. You can fit 5 labels on here. Just using copy and paste, very simple. Get those all lined up. Now I'm just going to show you a way you can use your text. Go up to the text, you have a box. You can go ahead and type in a name. And just make sure that you do highlight your text. And you can change the sizing, change your font. You can change the text color. Also change the size. I'm just going to show you guys this as an example, but I'm not going to be adding this text on here. I'm going to make these as simple as possible for myself. So just make sure that you do select the box. You're able to drag that over and just add that where you want. I personally do not want the name. If I were adding the name, I would have gone ahead and made another red box and put it under. So now you can go ahead and do file and save. You could save your document, no special way to save it. You can go ahead to file and print. When you are printing these, I'm going to show you here, my printer options may look different than yours, but I do want to make sure that my layout is correct. Don't want to do the landscape. I want to do just a portrait. And then I want to make sure that for the quality in media, I want the printing quality to be on the highest printing quality. And the reason you want that is because you do not want your image to have any lines. Also, you can change the kind of paper type you're using. Some people do use printing paper, the glossy kind. I personally only use regular printing paper, and I put the highest quality to the highest. And the reason I just use regular printing paper is because this is going in the trash. Unless you want to spend money on quality printing picture paper, you definitely can. And then something else that people are concerned about are also, if you go under images, you can change some of the exposure on there. I'm not going to do any of that. But the one thing you want to do is, I was on format, we go to the document. We want to make sure that we have the page orientation correct on the US letter. That's correct. And also your margins. I just use the 1-inch margins. And then the header and footer, I leave about 1/2 inch. Don't change anything there. So I did go ahead and pull up another document. These are not the same as the ones I showed you previously. This PDF is just an example, but I wanted to let you guys know that you definitely can make labels for the small water bottles. The ones up top are for regular water bottles, and the sizing for small water bottles do actually change. I go over here to your range and I'll let you know that the sizing for the width is 7.6 inches, and then the height is 1.76 inches. Now I have just these boxes down there, but I want to let you know that you do the exact same thing as I showed you previously. As you can tell, this, like I said, this document is a different one. Everything's kind of off. This was an old one, but I did have the measurements on this document showing 7.6 inches in width, 1.76 inches in height. And so you can just repeat the same process and make the small water bottle labels. Everything still stays the same for margins. All the other stuff is exactly the same. But I just want to let you guys know that same process. Sizing is slightly different, but very much the same. Here's the finished project. And once again, guys, thank you for watching CWJG Crafts. I really do appreciate you guys watching the video. Hopefully that helps people that have Macs. I do know a lot of people use Word, but hopefully this is helpful. Don't forget to subscribe.